Hey guys, we're back with another YouTube video. Today, I'm gonna give another shout out to Donny Diesel. He's got some really good content, the AFL videos, and go check them out.
What's up, guys?
Now me and Donny Diesel on FaceTime right now, and we're gonna be doing a Squiggle. So let's see. First game.
Actually, Ryan, I'm on Squiggle too. You do your tips and I'll do my tips, and at the end we'll both say, alright?
First game is Carlton vs North Melbourne. I reckon that this will be a very good game, but I think that the Blues will win this pretty well against the Kangaroos, and I reckon they'll win 74-57. Next game, Essendon vs GWS. The Bombers look like a way more stronger side, and they look better, so I reckon they'll win that by 20 points. Next game is Geelong and Richmond. This is going to be a very, very good match, but I reckon the Cats are a way stronger side, and they will get on top of the Tigers. Next match is Gold Coast vs Melbourne. This will be a good match. Gold Coast put up a very good fight against the Bulldogs. I thought they were going to win at one stage, but then I stopped thinking that. But the D's had a draw with Bulldogs, which was very unexpected. But I reckon the D's are going to want to come out and win that game 69-103. Next game is Hawthorn and Brisbane. Hawthorn had a very good draw with Melbourne Demons, and it just showed that they could be pretty well in some games. But Brisbane Lions, they're doing pretty well, but they had a shocking 20-point loss to the Tigers. No, I wasn't expecting it, but that doesn't change my mind. I think that the Lions will still beat them 65-104. Next game is Sydney vs Freo. This will be a very, very good match, but I still think that the Swans are a stronger side than Freo right now. The Swans are want to get top four. They still have faith. I reckon I've got faith in them, but I don't think that they will. But I reckon they'll win that 65-48. Next game, we've got Bulldogs versus the Crows. Crows have shown that they're a very weak team, and they're not very good. And the Doggies, they did do not the best game against the Gold Coast sides, but I reckon that the Dogs will win that 69-35. Next is Port vs Collingwood. Port's got Dersma and Butters and Rosie and others back, and I reckon that they'll win that 86-59. Now this is the game I want you to leave down in the comments. Who do you think will win? West Coast vs St Kilda. This is a very good game, but I reckon the Saints will get on top and win this. It's going to be really, really good, but I just think that the Saints are a stronger side at the moment.
Ryan, go a bit quicker. Okay,
next we've got Brisbane vs Gold Coast. I reckon that the Lions will win that pretty confidently at the... I don't know where it is. I think it's at the Gabba, but they'll win that 92-55. Next, we have got Collingwood vs West Coast. The Eagles are going to want to get revenge, and they will, and they'll beat the Magpies 59-90. Next, we've got Essendon and Sydney. This will be a good game. Essendon's fighting for the 8, and Sydney's fighting for the 4, but I reckon that Sydney will win that 66-78. Next match is GWS vs Port. The Power will win this, but it will be a very close match and a good game, and Port will win that 56-77. Next, we've got the Doggies versus Melbourne. The D's are looking in good form, fighting for the first position. So are the Dogs, but I reckon that the Doggies will just win it, and the Doggies will just lose it, and the D's will win it by 16. Next, we got Geelong versus North. I think Geelong's got to do very well, but depends if we play well. I don't know, maybe we won't, but I reckon we'll get over the top and win that pretty good, 35-94. Next, we've got Carlton vs St Kilda. I reckon that the Saints will just get over Carlton, only just, and it'll be a very, very good match. Carlton's still fighting for the 8, but in my opinion, I don't think they'll get there. But they'll win 61-52. Next game we've got is the Crows vs Hawthorn. This will be a ripper match, I think Hawks will win this by 3 points. I reckon they're gonna be in good form and they'll win it again like they did last time. Next we've got is Freo and Richmond. I didn't know who to pick in this game, but I think that the Tigers will win that 63-90. Next we've got Freo and Brisbane. I reckon that the Lions have got a good performance and I reckon that they'll win that pretty well, 56-96. Next game is Carlton vs Gold Coast. I reckon that Gold Coast will win that game by 9 points. It'll be a very good match, but Gold Coast are going to be too strong for Carlton. Next game is Geelong vs GWS at Kardinia Park. The Cats will win that, and Giants just won't look like a strong team in that game, I don't think. And I reckon that the Cats are just way too strong. Next game is Hawthorn vs Collingwood. The Maggies will win that 73-93. Next is Richmond and North Melbourne. I reckon that the Tigers will win that pretty confidently against the Roos and they'll win it by 30 points. Next is Saints versus the Swans. The Swans will be way too good for Saints, I think, and they'll win that 67-91. Next we've got Bulldogs and Essendon. I reckon that the Bulldogs will only just win it. I reckon that the Bombers are going to put up their best fight and they're looking like a really good side, but they're just going to miss out for that game. Next we've got is Crows and Port for the showdown. The Power, they just look way too strong for the Crows. Crows don't look like a very convincing team. They look like a very weak team, and I reckon that the Power will get on top and win that 43-96. Next game is West Coast vs Melbourne. I reckon that Melbourne will win that 68-81. They just look like a better side. Next game is the Lions vs Collingwood. I think that the Lions will win it at the game. They'll be 100% stronger. And they'll win that 73-48. Next we've got Geelong and Saints. I reckon that the Geelong Cats have got a way better chance for this game, and they look like a really good team at the moment, and I reckon they'll win that 99-57. Next we've got Gold Coast vs Essendon. I think that Essendon will win that game against the Suns. It'll be a very good one, but Essendon will look like a way stronger team there, and they will win it 76-93. Next we've got is GWS and Richmond. The Tigers will win that 73-96. It'll be a very good match, but Richmond will look way too strong. Next we've got Hawthorn and Bulldogs. I feel like the Hawks will be very good on their day, but Bulldogs will be way too good, and they will win that 68-79. Next we got Melbourne versus the Crows. I reckon that Melbourne's going to want to get revenge. They will, and the Crows will do very bad, and Melbourne will win that 91-54. Next game is North and Sydney. This will be a very good game, but Sydney looks like a very, very good team. And they, after that 92-point win over West Coast, which I was not expecting, I reckon that they will be way too strong for North, and they will win that game very well, 31-107. Next game we've got Port and Carlton. This will be a very good match, but I reckon that Carlton's just going to miss out, losing 93-82. Next game we've got Freo versus West Coast. I reckon that the Eagles are just going to sneak it in there, 67-81. They just want to get the 8, and that's what they're going to do. Then we've got Brisbane versus the Eagles. The Lions look like a way stronger team for that kind of game, and they will win it 100-79. Next we got Carlton and GWS. I reckon that the Blues will win it 9-63, and Carlton's just going to be a way better team for that game. Next we have got Essendon versus Collingwood. The Bombers will win it, I think, 94-74. Next we got the Cats versus the D's. I'm not sure about this game, but I reckon Cats, since it's at GMHBA, I reckon that they'll win that 99-67. Next game is Richmond versus Hawthorn. I reckon that the Tigers will win that pretty confidently at home, against the Hawks, 95-55. Next game, we've got Saints versus Freo. I reckon the Saints will sneak it in there and they'll just beat the Dockers 95-72. Next, we've got Sydney versus Gold Coast, and I reckon Sydney will win that 106-62. Next, we've got Bulldogs versus Power. I reckon that the Power will win that game 95-99. By 4 points, they're going to be on their A game and they will win. I think this is our last game. We got Crows versus North, and I reckon that Crows will sneak it in by 30 points. And they'll just be a way stronger side at the time, and it's just they look like a better side against North. Now we're in the finals. You there?
Yeah.
First game, Geelong and Bulldogs.
I can't do this right now. I'm doing something else, right?
I reckon that the Cats will win that by 16 at GMHBA against the Doggies with a convincing win to maybe put them in the grand final. Next we've got Brisbane versus Essendon. This doesn't look like a game that you would want to see. You would want to see Essendon play very well, but the Lions are going to be way too strong on the day, and I reckon that they'll win that by 34 points. Next, we've got Sydney versus Richmond. This will be a ripper match, but Sydney just missing out by losing to Richmond by about 17 points. The Tigers will be way too strong for that game. Next, we've got Melbourne and Port. I reckon that the Power will win this only just by 2 points, and they just got to slip it in there. Next, we've got Bulldogs and Brisbane. This looks like a good match, but I reckon that Brisbane will choke in this game and the Doggies will win that by 22 points. Next game, we've got Melbourne versus Richmond. I'm not very sure about this, but I reckon the D's will slip it in there and they'll win by 28 points. Next game, we've got Port and Bulldogs. I reckon that the Doggies will lose that to Power by 14 points. Power's going to be a very convincing side and they will win it. Next we've got Cats versus Melbourne. Leave this down below in comment if you think that the D's will beat the Cats or if you think Cats will beat Melbourne. But I think that the Cats will win this by 22 points. Now this looks like a very good game in the grand final. Geelong versus Port. It's very hard to choose. Depends if we've both got all of our good players back. Geelong needs Mitch Duncan and Port needs like Dersma back and stuff. So hopefully their players don't get injured again. But I think that the Cats will just get over and done with an 8-point win in the grand final against Port Adelaide, which will make Geelong the grand final winners. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Peace out.